So today we are going to see listening, which is the same. Okay, so the listening module is of 30 minutes where you will need to answer 40 questions. Okay, where you need to answer 40 questions in 30 minutes. Now what will actually happen over here is, as you go to the examination hall, this will be the first section that you will face. Every student will be given a overhead phone. A headphone will be given in which audios will be played. You will have no control over the audio. All the audios will be played once only. You have to listen and understand the audios and then answer questions based on your understanding of the audio. Is this clear to all of you? Give me a yes. Okay, good. Now, how do we get score over here? As in the reading module, I said that each question is of 1 marks. Here also there are 40 questions. So each question is of 1 marks. Okay. Each question 1 mark. So therefore, the total marks is 40. So let's say a candidate scores something, let's say 37 out of 40. You got 37 correct answers out of 40. Now this is known as your raw score. Now you have something which is known as listening band conversion table. What is this known as? Listening band conversion table. So with the help of this listening band conversion table, your raw score is converted to band score. For example, 39, 40 is 9 bands, and then 37, 38 is 8.5 bands. I'm just giving you this for illustration purpose. These might not be the exact values. Okay. So this is how your raw score. First you get a raw score depending upon the number of answers you get correct. And then this raw score with reference to the listening band conversion table is converted to band score. This is how you get a score for listening section. Now there are 4 sections that you have, and there are 40 questions. Okay, the listening section is divided into 4 sections: section 1, section 2, section 3, and section 4. How many questions are there? Section 4. There are 40 questions. So each section has how many questions? Each section has 10 questions, right? So 10 questions each section. And all the sections over here, the same way as of your reading module. In the reading module, what did they say? That as you go on proceeding with the passages, you do the first passage, it is the easiest one. The second one becomes a bit more difficult than the first one. The third passage becomes a bit more difficult than the second one. So it's an ascending order of difficulty. Similarly, in the listening module also, the sections, all the 4 sections are in increasing order of difficulty. The first one is the simplest one, and as you go on, as you move forward, you'll find that the standard, the difficulty of the paragraphs of the audios goes on increasing. Okay. So let's understand these 4 sections now. What are the 4 sections that we have? So section 1 is known as a dialogue, and section 2 is known as a monologue. Now what is the meaning of dialogue? Dialogue means what? Dialogue means 2 people talking, right? You will hear to 2 voices. You will listen to 2 people talking on a particular subject. And monologue means what? 2 people talking, right? So one common thing about both of them is that both are based on social everyday situations. Social everyday situations. Okay. Or you can say that they are on a non-academic context. Okay. Simply non-academic. Getting it? So you can listen to 2 people talking on a very general topic. Let's say they're discussing something related to politics, or they're discussing something related to, generally it's a telephonic conversation. Let's say you went on a holiday trip and you are not provided the services that the hotel person promised you. So you are having a conversation with the hotel staff with the kinds of problems that you face. Or you want to book some rooms. You want to go to a trip with your family. You want to book some rooms in the hotel. So you are trying to book rooms. So you give a call. So it's a conversation between how many people? It's a conversation between you and the person on the other side, the hotel representative, right? What kind of conversation can you expect to happen between them? What will be your date of arrival? How many people are coming? How many rooms do you want to book? Do you need any extra facilities? Right? What will be your check-in time? What will be your checkout time? So you will have to listen to such conversations and you will have to answer 10 questions based on that. Next comes monologue. Now, what is monologue? Monologue means how many people speaking? There's just one person speaking. Talking about something that is non-academic, means of everyday situation. For example, you can say that a person who is telling you something about an alarm system, a person who is trying to sell you an alarm system. You should buy our alarm system. So he's telling you about the features of the alarm system, how you can install it, when you can install it, why you should install it, and what are the features of this alarm. Now, section 3 and section 4. Section 3 is known as discussion, and section 4 is an academic lecture. So both of these are based on academic contexts. The subject of discussion or the topic on which they are discussing is based on something which is related to academics. Discussion means what? You may listen to 2 or 3 voices, though they say 4, but until now there has been no IELTS audio where we have found 4 people talking. Usually you will hear to 2 or 3 voices and they're discussing on something which is related to academics. For example, let's say a student is talking to his professor, telling that these are difficulties that I am facing in this particular subject. Getting it? And the professor is suggesting him how to improve on the subject. Or you can listen to 2 or 3 students discussing about a certain project that they have to do together. So they are allocating different responsibilities among themselves. What will each one of them do? I'll do this, you will do this. So they're discussing like, I'm good at this, I can do this. So I'm good at this, I can do this. So you can listen to 2-3 people discussing on that, or a conversation between a professor and a student. That is discussion. In the section 4, you will hear to an academic lecture. Academic lecture again means how many voices? Lecture means just one person speaking, right? So it's a monologue based in an academic context. Monologue means one person speaking, right? So we can call it's a monologue based in academic context. So here you listen to a professor, a lecturer giving some kind of instructions to the students on a particular subject. It may be a psychology class, it may be some kind of class, or the teacher is telling them upon certain subject. Any subject it can be, okay?